Can I be honest with you? Somewhere between tomato girl, quiet luxury, mob wife, and clean girl. We lost something. Fashion was supposed to be fun. Now, it feels like a full-time job just to keep up. And the irony, with more fashion than ever at our fingertips. Most of us feel more confused than ever before, but it's not your fault. The world changed. The way trends work has changed. And if you're still trying to dress the way we did 10 or 20 years ago, where one trend ruled for a season, it's no wonder it's not working anymore. So in this video, I want to show you why fashion trends don't matter anymore. Not the way they used to. And I'll show you outfits that prove you don't have to chase trends to look modern, stylish, and completely like yourself. You don't need more rules. You need permission to do it your way. Let's get into it. There was a time when fashion was simpler, not because it lacked creativity, but because the system was slower. You waited for the September issue of Vogue, you watched the Fashion Week shows on TV or saw select photos in magazines. Trends didn't trickle in, they were handed down, season by season. Everyone knew what was in, everyone wore it. And there was comfort in that it felt unified, clear, structured. If it was the 90s, you saw Calvin Klein's minimalism, and that was the mood for the season. If it was the 2000s, you'd see Paris Hilton in low-rise jeans, and boom, the whole world followed. And because the cycle was slower, clothes felt more intentional. Trends lived longer. You could invest in a piece and wear it for years because it meant something. It was fashion's version of authority. But here's the thing, while that structure helped many of us build our wardrobes, it also told us what to think, what was in, what was out, and what to stop wearing no matter how much we loved it. It was a one-way conversation, and in some ways we lost a bit of ourselves in trying to fit into the moment. Now let's look at today. The fashion world hasn't just changed, it's exploded. We've gone from 2 seasons a year to 2,000 trends a month. Clean girl aesthetic, tomato girl summer, mob wife winter, vanilla girl, ballet core, coquette core, loud luxury, quiet luxury. I mean, really? How are we supposed to keep up? Honestly, I can barely keep track, and I do this for a living. What used to come from 5 trusted sources is now dictated by hundreds of influencers, TikTok videos, street style blogs, Pinterest boards, brand collaborations, and algorithm-driven suggestions. One viral video and suddenly the whole internet is wearing cherry red or oversized cargos or vintage Adidas Sambas. Not because they love it, but because they saw it 17 times in one day and thought, maybe I should try it too. And what happens next? We scroll, we click, we order, and then we wonder, why does none of this feel like me? Because here's the truth. The more trends there are, the less they matter. When everything is trending, nothing feels personal. Fashion used to say, this is what's in. Now it says, here are 47 things you should probably buy by Friday. It's not inspiration anymore. It's exhaustion. We're not just overwhelmed by choice, we're disconnected from our own taste. And that's exactly why it's time to step back, slow down, and rethink what it means to have style in a post-trend world. So, what does all of this actually mean for you? It means that if you've ever stood in front of your wardrobe surrounded by clothes you bought because they were in, but still felt like you had nothing to wear, you're not alone. If you've ever wondered, why doesn't this outfit feel like me, even though it looks great on someone else online? I promise you, it's not a personal failure. We've been taught to chase what's new, not what's right. And the pace of trends today, it doesn't just create confusion, it creates self-doubt. You start to question your own taste, your age, your body, your instincts. You try to fit into a moving target and forget that you were never supposed to chase it in the first place. And if you're a woman over 40 or 50, it can feel even more isolating because so many trends weren't made with you in mind. They weren't designed for your lifestyle, your figure, or your power. But here's the good news. You don't need them. You've already lived through enough cycles to know what works for you, what flatters you, what lights you up inside. The problem isn't that you don't have style. The problem is you've been surrounded by noise. So today is about quieting that noise, tuning back into your own taste, and giving yourself full permission to trust it. Not because trends are bad, but because you've grown beyond needing them to tell you who you are. So if trends don't matter, what does? Your foundation. Your wardrobe isn't meant to be a revolving door, it's meant to be a home. And like any home, it needs a strong base. That base looks different for everyone, but for most stylish women, it starts with a handful of timeless pieces. Tailored trousers that fit just right. A blazer that makes you feel like you run the room because you do. Crisp white shirts, soft knits, well-loved denim. A coat that flatters your shape and holds its structure for years. These are not boring basics. These are your anchors, the pieces that give you freedom to play. And yes, trends can absolutely have a place in your wardrobe. In fact, they should. A trend is often just a fresh idea, a cultural shift, a seasonal spark. Wearing one small trend intentionally is a beautiful way to signal that you're current, connected, and paying attention. But the difference is this: you're choosing trends, not letting them choose you. You're not chasing every new silhouette or viral aesthetic. You're selecting the one that speaks to your style, your mood, your life right now. So think of it like this: your foundation is the cake, the trend is the cherry on top. Here's a simple rule I love, the 80-20 principle. Let 80% of your wardrobe be timeless foundational pieces. And reserve 20% for fun, a bold color, an unexpected cut, a trending accessory that gives your outfit that edge. That way you can experiment without losing yourself. You can evolve your style without abandoning what makes you feel strong and grounded. Because style isn't about impressing strangers, it's about recognizing yourself when you pass the mirror. And that confidence, it doesn't come from trends, it comes from intention. So build your base. Dress for the life you actually live and let the trends you choose feel like you, not like someone else's idea of chic. Now let me be clear. Just because I say trends don't matter the way they used to, doesn't mean designers don't. Fashion shows still matter. The creativity, the storytelling, the craftsmanship, it's the heartbeat of the industry. But here's the shift. We are no longer looking to designers for rules. We're looking to them for inspiration. Instead of saying, I need to wear this exact look from the runway, we now ask, what can I take from this? What speaks to me? A color palette, a silhouette, a styling idea. Designers are giving us ideas and we get to decide what to do with them. Many of today's most impactful designers aren't forcing trends, they're creating worlds. Think of Dries Van Noten's poetic layers, the rose quiet confidence, Totem's clean minimalism or Gabriela Hearst's balance of modern and timeless. They're not pushing fashion for the sake of attention. They're designing for women with real lives, real taste, and real individuality. And many are embracing new technologies, sustainability, not to replace creativity, but to support it, to think ahead. So, yes, designers still matter, but their power today isn't about dictating what we wear. It's about expanding our imagination for how we could wear it if we choose. Now, here's something no one really talks about. Just because you don't wear loud trends doesn't mean you're not following any. Trends today aren't always bold. Some are quiet, sneaky, polished. They show up in neutral color palettes, capsule wardrobe guides. The exact same pair of beige trousers styled the exact same way by 20 influencers. Minimalism, still a trend. Clean girl, a trend. That oversized blazer over wide leg pants and a tiny crossbody, also a trend. Even timeless can become a trend when we all wear it the same way. And sometimes we confuse comfort zones with personal style, when in reality we've just replaced one trend cycle with another. So how do you know if a trend has quietly crept into your style without you realizing it? Here's a simple gut check. Would I still love this in 5 years? Would my younger self recognize me in this outfit? Am I styling this because it feels like me? Or because I've seen it everywhere? This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. When you notice how trends sneak into your wardrobe, even the soft, beige, Pinteresty ones, you start making decisions from a place of clarity, not habit. And that's when your style gets stronger, not louder, just more you. So what do we do with all of this? We stop chasing, we start choosing, we stop asking what's trending right now, and start asking what feels like me right now. Because the truth is, you don't need a brand new wardrobe. You just need a better relationship with the one you already have. Trends will keep coming. Let them, enjoy them, but never let them drown out your own taste. And if you'd like me to create a video on what's actually going to be trendy this fall, just let me know. I'll do my best to put together a full guide based on Fashion Week shows to help you update your style in a way that still feels like you. And here's a little challenge if you're up for it. For the next 7 days, wear only what makes you feel like yourself. Not what's trending, not what's flattering, just you. Then come back here and tell me how it felt. I'll be reading every comment. Thank you for being here. Your style isn't missing. It's just been waiting for you to come home.